Welcome to the newest edition of the Tempo Storm Wild Meta Snapshot. We've already received our first balance patch since the Delve into Deepholm mini-set. The Druid class felt the changes the most, with both Pennant of Earth and Due Process getting effectively deleted from the Wild format. Pennant of Earth now restores health instead of granting armor, removing its synergy with cards like Crypt Keeper. Due Process, on the other hand, saw its cost double. At 4 mana, it's too much of a tempo loss for the Druid class to recover from. Mill Druid, a deck that appeared on the last meta snapshot on the back of these cards, no longer exists. Among other changes, Rogue was also impacted heavily by the balance patch. The update brought a final bug fix that now limits Mine Rogue's damage output. The interaction with Shadestone Skulker, Snowfall Graveyard, Necrium Blade, and Forsaken Lieutenant doesn't result in an infinite loop anymore. This has a few implications in certain matchups, but also gives us a definitive amount of damage Mine Rogue is now capable of. Before the patch, several bug fixes were pushed to limit the deck's ability to literally break the Hearthstone client. This led to Mine Rogue having varying amounts of damage output in the time between Deepholm's release and the latest balance patch. Players now know exactly what to expect and play around when facing the deck. Looking at Tier 1, our experts have identified 3 decks that are a step above the rest. The first, Even Shaman, has been a top performer for months. Bots have harmed its reputation for a while now, but it's still one of the best decks when piloted by a human. The latest new addition, Needle Rock Totem, gives the deck cheap card draw on a synergistic body. It's an ideal addition that covers one of Even Shaman's few weaknesses. The next archetype listed in Tier 1 is Reno Shaman. The deck's top-end payoff in Shutterwalk makes it a popular choice among players. It also has a flat matchup spread, making it a high legend darling. Needle Rock Totem has seen play in this deck as well. Reno Shaman gravitates towards card draw that won't make Shutterwalk draw the player into fatigue, so the dual class totem is an ideal addition here. The final deck listed in Tier 1 is Even Warrior. Just like the other decks in Tier 1, Needle Rock Totem has been a worthy addition to the archetype. It's not the only new card to make a splash in this deck, however. Aftershocks has also been making waves as a powerful board clear in the deck. Its build-in discount when the player casts a spell on the previous turn is crucial in shutting down early aggression and enabling the deck to also make other plays to pull ahead. Tier 2 is more of the same for our regular audience, with a few omissions. Decks typically found here like Reno Druid, Holy Wrath Paladin, and Fatigue Questline Warlock are listed once again. Mine Rogue also holds steady in Tier 2. The final fix to the Shadowstone Skulker leaves the deck strong enough to maintain a competitive presence in the current metagame. Other decks, however, weren't strong enough to maintain their Tier 2 position. Mill Druid is the most notable omission, but a handful of archetypes have slipped down to Tier 3 as well. Want to know what made the Tier 2 cut and what slipped to Tier 3? Visit TempoStorm.com to view our full meta report where we give extensive breakdowns of the entire Wild metagame. We offer everything you need to take your game to the next level. As always, thank you for watching.